Imagine top-secret agents and ruthless criminals joining forces, trading weapons, intelligence, and millions in dirty money. It may sound like a Hollywood plot twist, but it happens more often than you'd think when espionage intersects with the underworld. Stay with me until the end, because we'll reveal one of the most controversial ways intelligence agencies and gangsters have collaborated, quietly reshaping entire geopolitical landscapes. Before we begin, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Next week we'll examine the infamous Stardust heist from 1992, a story of cunning criminals who nearly outplayed the house. But for now, let's explore how spies and criminals strike alliances right under our noses. Espionage is a high-stakes game where clandestine information can alter wars, topple governments, or forge powerful alliances. Often, intelligence agencies need outsiders capable of navigating places the government cannot officially enter. Organized crime syndicates, with their deep-rooted networks and immense financial power, can smuggle goods, transfer money, or apply lethal force, no questions asked. For the criminals, there are tangible benefits: potential immunity from prosecution, access to new territories, and even advanced surveillance technology that can help them outmaneuver rival gangs. What starts as a one-off arrangement can evolve into a lasting bond. Whenever intelligence services require covert logistics, local gangsters are ready to trade their illicit expertise for official protection or a cut of government funds. During World War II, American intelligence allegedly partnered with Italian mob figures to secure critical port facilities. Later in the Cold War era, various intelligence outfits leaned on crime syndicates to undermine rival governments or channel money into off-the-books missions. Even today, paramilitary groups linked to cartels or mafia-style organizations can become on-the-ground assets for covert operations, trading local influence for financial or political favors. At times, individual intelligence officers go rogue, selling classified data to gangsters or cartels for personal gain. Meanwhile, foreign agencies might unwittingly buy intel from the very criminals another branch is hunting. The result is a web of double crosses, hush money, and moral ambiguity, where each faction pursues its own interests and the lines between right and wrong blur. When spies and criminals collaborate, it's often centered on commodities with high stakes. Arms smuggling is a prime example. Intelligence agencies might need untraceable weapons for dissident groups, turning to black market traffickers who also sell to terrorists. In exchange, the traffickers might receive tip-offs on law enforcement raids or access to protected smuggling routes. Drug money can also be funneled through intelligence channels. Covert missions sometimes require massive funding that governments prefer to keep off official books. Criminal networks can launder and deliver these funds in a heartbeat, all under the radar. For the gangsters, the payoff includes privileged information, like advanced warnings about anti-drug operations, giving them a competitive edge over rival syndicates. These illicit partnerships reverberate far beyond the shady deals themselves. Entire regions can be plunged into chaos if armed groups gain more influence than the local authorities. Government legitimacy suffers when rumors emerge that agents protect criminals instead of prosecuting them. Over time, criminals accumulate more power, reinvesting illicit gains into local economies and forging new alliances that make them nearly untouchable. International alliances also fray when intelligence agencies are caught consorting with gangsters. Diplomatic rifts form, as one nation loses faith in another's sincerity if it suspects hidden collusion. Meanwhile, ordinary citizens often have no clue they're unwitting pawns in these backroom bargains. Corruption festers, and communities pay the price in the form of escalating violence, drug trafficking, and an undercurrent of fear. The most unsettling truth is that espionage alliances with criminals are neither flukes nor relics of the past. They persist in modern-day conflicts, fueling both micro-level power struggles and international crises. What begins as a short-term tactical partnership can evolve into a web of long-term corruption that undercuts true national security. As Mats Fredriksson once said, "Where secrets are traded, the lines between ally and adversary are rarely drawn in ink." That warning rings especially loud today, reminding us that behind every clandestine deal, there are hidden players pulling the strings and reshaping global events in ways most of us never see. If you found this investigation valuable, like this video, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Next week, we'll examine the notorious Stardust heist of 1992, a bold operation where criminals nearly beat the house at its own game. Until then, remember, when spies and criminals unite, the fallout reaches farther than any official report might reveal.